How's it going, everyone? It's Gamer Sid again. So, yeah, long time no speak. I just wanted to come back and upload because I got motivated by someone I know to re-upload on my channel once again. So, I thought, you know what, might as well. This is actually my second take recording this, and honestly, I'm quite pissed off because I recorded. It was like an 18-minute session of me just talking about basically everything I'm going to talk about again now. But I talked about all of that and I was like quite satisfied with how it turned out in terms of the audio. And then I go and when I'm editing it and I see that none of the audio that I captured got captured. It was all just silent in that whole tape, and I was just so pissed off. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Forget about it. But I've managed to convince myself to re-record, and actually kind of links in with the message I had in the initial video, because one of the things I talked about was that sometimes you need to do hard things. Sometimes it's necessary, and it's actually good to actually do hard things to push yourself and not always look for the easy way out. Because obviously the easy way out for me was forget about it. I'm not gonna do this. Maybe when later on I feel like it again, maybe, and I'll do it. But the harder thing was to obviously go through the whole thing again and re-record. Obviously, I don't have a script with me or anything that I would be able to read verbatim from. I'm just kind of going off the cuff and just going with the flow and seeing where the conversation goes, where my mind goes and what I talk about. So it probably won't be exactly the same as what it was, but here we are. Enough of me rambling on, but yeah, I wanted to give an update on where have I been this whole time? Why have I not been uploading? I don't remember clearly, but I think I might have made a video before I stopped uploading, explaining why I wasn't uploading anymore. Well, I wasn't going to. I was going to take a break. Either it was a post or a video. I don't remember, but essentially the reason came down to lack of motivation. So I was initially when I started uploading, it was me and my friend Super Reeves. We both started uploading together. It was actually him. I think he started first, then kind of motivated me to do it as well. And this was a long time ago. I think it was in 2019 or 2020 we started. I don't think he's been uploading recently either, but I'll have to double check. But yes, so we started uploading. Initially, it was just like a fun, like a side hustle kind of thing. We were like thinking, you know what, let's make a side hustle. If we can get big channels, then we can maybe use this as a financial support, a means of financial support, and we can maybe like use this as a project. And that was the initial goal. So I started upload, and the reason for gaming was because I enjoy gaming. So I game on as a hobby and as a time off, as a means to relax. And I thought, you know what, I can kill two birds with one stone. I can game, enjoy myself, relax, and also upload it, and maybe other people benefit, enjoy it, the content, and it can serve as a financial means as well. That was the goal. But then I think when I stopped, it was because of a lack of motivation. Because the the motivation I had was the following, which was obviously to progress the channel and make it a bigger channel. That was the biggest thing, and the reason for that was so that I can use it to support me financially in the future. But that wasn't the be all end all, because I also like to just upload my experiences on the channel and for other people to view them. But the thing was, there was no viewership. The views that kind of initially they were really good, and then eventually, when I went on a break before, obviously they dipped down again. But when I came back, I started uploading quite consistently. I think I was doing once every day, or maybe not. It was close to every day I was uploading. Although the quality of the content I was uploading wasn't really that great. It was just clips of me playing games without any audio or anything. It was just easy videos I could get out. So maybe that had something to do with it, but I think it was something more sinister. I think it was something from the YouTube's admin side. They must have shadow banned me or something. It felt like that because the videos, the shorts were doing really good views. I was getting 2K, 1K, maybe even more on a daily, and then suddenly they just dipped and it went down to like 100, and then it went down to 10, it went down to 5, and it was like struggling. I was like, what the hell is going on with the videos? these same videos were doing really good a few days ago, and now they can't even break through with 10 views or even less. Long format videos were struggling, and it was just like, you know what, it's not worth it. I just felt like there was no point in me uploading, because if no one was gonna watch them, what was the point? It was just like just a waste of effort from me. So I thought I'll stop uploading. But behind the scenes, obviously nothing stopped. Life went on as usual. I continued to play games. It wasn't like I stopped gaming. I was still gaming in the background, in the shadows, and I just didn't upload anything. And I think it actually helped me out in a way, because before, what happened was with me, I stopped gaming for enjoyment. At some point, it became all about content, because I was all obsessed with content, gathering content or capturing content, because I was always thinking, especially with story mode kind of things. Like, for example, with Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles, that was one of the few games I actually completed on the channel. But it took more than a year or two, I think, for me to finally finish that game, story mode wise. And yeah, it was a difficult thing, because obviously you want to enjoy the game when it comes out, you want to play the story and experience it, but I couldn't do that because of that. Because I was always thinking, actually, I need to record the gameplay as well to upload for the story mode, so I can't just play it in my own time at any time. And I obviously didn't feel like recording at all times, so it was difficult. So I kind of, even Storm Connection right now, the main story mode, I still haven't finished it because of this reason. But I'll finish it now. I just haven't gone around to doing it. But I think actually maybe I was saying, you know what, since I've done so much of it already, I might as well finish that one on the channel. We'll see. But yeah, it was just a thing, but then when I went on the gap, I just stopped caring about that, and I was like, you know what, let me just play. So I played the games. Like, for example, Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2 just came out a couple of months ago, 1 or 2 months ago, and I finished the whole game, the story mode, S rank, everything offline. I didn't even record anything of it, not a single video recorded or uploaded. Sparking Zero was another one, which I kept in the back burner for so long. I was like, you know, I'm gonna record the story mode and then I'll upload it. But then I never did, so I just ended up finishing the whole game, story mode wise, offline, without recording. And yeah, I think I've done that with a couple of other games as well, like Spider-Man 2. I didn't record a single bit, but even though I wanted to at the start. So yeah, but yeah, here we are. That's kind of what I've been doing. Recently, this year, I started rewatching Naruto as well, from the start of part 1, episode 1, all the way to the end of Shippuden. I haven't skipped a single filler as well. We've watched every single filler as well, and the main episode. It's been quite entertaining. Actually, haven't finished yet, and I'm nearly at the end of it, but not finished yet. So I got I think 10, 20 episodes remaining. It's in the Shinden story arcs from the novels that they adapted into the episodes. It's in that part, Sasuke, Shinden. That's where I am at the moment. But yeah, it kind of helped open my eyes to a few more things, because usually people hate on fillers. They're like, oh, fillers is trash and this and that. But watching the story from the beginning to the end, the fillers actually help, because one of the other complaints people have about the show is like, oh, it never flushed out all the characters fully. Their stories, there was never any focus on the other side characters. There was always only focus on the main characters of Naruto and Sasuke. But if you watch the fillers, you actually get a lot of emphasis on other characters as well. You get a deeper relation or bond with the rest of the cast. So the fillers really help you out with that, and they also add some nuances to the story. Whenever there's a big plot point coming up, they actually add a bit more emphasis to it, and they actually make it a bit more impactful. So fillers really help out, I think. There's positives to it. I think my biggest gripe after watching Naruto so far is flashbacks. Sometimes they really abuse the shit out of flashbacks, and I think that's more annoying than anything else. Fillers, I'm fine with it, because they actually add more to the story, the more lore to the world. The flashbacks I thought were really annoying. They would be having, especially when it's the same one again and again, it just pisses you off. Like, especially with Obito, that he had a lot of flashbacks, and at some point they start losing their emotional value, I think, and that's the annoying part. Because had they just avoided them or only given a little snip of it at the big at some point here and some sprinkled a little bit something new over here and there, I think they would have been more impactful rather than repeating the whole flipping frame by frame, the whole flashback every time, and it just gets so annoying and it kind of loses its value. People, because at his when it's Obito's the death scene, because I was watching it with someone, and obviously that's supposed to be like an emotional scene, like he's turned around, turned a new leaf after becoming the villain, losing hope, and then coming back as a good guy and saving Naruto. And they had the flashback, and then it kind of ruins the moment. It's like the person with me, he was just like, oh man, another flashback, just get on with it already. And it's like, you know, the whole emotional scene, it kind of disconnects you from the emotional scene at that moment. You kind of lose that emotional feeling, and you go into this state of annoyance because of the flashback, and it's just like, oh man, for the 1 millionth time we're seeing the same flashback again. And it was just that was something I noticed, and I agreed as well, that sometimes the flashbacks get too much. They add too much. Obviously in the manga, if you read the manga, there's no flashbacks in the manga, I don't think so. That's something that the anime really fumbled on, with adding too many flashbacks at the wrong points. Some points flashbacks are good, but if you abuse them too much, it kind of messes up the story. That was my little 2 cents on that. Other than that, some recent games I've been playing. I got Dragon's Dogma 2 recently, and I've been playing that, and I've been quite enjoying it. It's like gives me like Zelda vibes. Just open world, exploring the forest, fighting monsters, and create your own party. And it's like a really cool game. I like it. I like the concept. It's something different from what I've played before. I don't think I've ever played a game like this before. It's there's things it does really good, and I quite enjoy it. I remember when it came out, there was a lot of hype around it, and then I think hype just died down really quickly. I don't know why. So far, my experience with the game has been really positive, and I've been really enjoying it. I haven't had any issues with it, really. So, yeah, that's Dragon's Dogma 2. I've been playing it. Maybe I'll put some B-roll footage for that in my upcoming videos. Who knows? And other than that, I've started playing Alan Wake as well, remastered, the first one. I started a couple of days ago. I just played only a few minutes of it, maybe an hour or so, and it's quite interesting as well. I never played it before, but I thought I'd give it a chance. So yeah, it's been quite interesting. And recently I Platinum Storm 2. For those who already know the channel, I Platinum Storm 1 a while ago, and it was a hell grind. And Storm 2 was it was way more. It was even further beyond. So Storm 2 grind was absolute annoying. There was this one trophy which was to get all the titles, and that's what caused so much pain to me. You needed to play ranked like 50 matches, and who plays Storm 2 ranked now? It's like Storm 2 ranked 50 matches, win this many ranked matches, lose this many ranked matches, and then there were all these trophies by using each character in the game 30 times, and that shit was so annoying. But I managed to do it yesterday only, and yeah, that was something I ticked off my bucket list, which I was glad with. Storm 3 is next. I've been playing that as well while I was watching the story. I'll be like, you know what, I want to play this fight or something. I want to experience this scene from the game, and I'll go back and play that. So I'm nearly done with the Storm 3. Storm 3 Platinum was way easier. I'm nearly done. I haven't finished it yet. I think I only got one trophy left, but it's still way easier than whatever Storm 2 had. And Storm 4 was even easier if I remember. Well, I did that long ago when the game originally came out. I remember it was a good time. But yeah, that's something I've been doing. And going forward, I think as my mindset has kind of changed about how I'm uploading and why I'm uploading now. So as I mentioned earlier, why I started uploading and why I stopped uploading, that's all captured in this video. But the other thing is going forward, what I will do. And I think I will make more informative and kind of discussion-based videos where I just discuss on different topics. And I'll put gameplay in the background just as something to keep the audience engaged with some visual content as well. They'll see some, but the main focus will be on what I'm saying and the talking points. And I want us to use the comment section as a forum for discussion, so that based on what I've mentioned in the video, we discuss on those topics. Because I think what I want to do is have some kind of positive impact on the world. make videos that are actually useful and that actually help people. They learn something from it and informative in some way. Whereas if I just make gaming video and comment on them, that's not useful for anyone. No one cares about that. In terms of, I mean, people care, people watch. Obviously, this is a big community of gaming videos on YouTube, and that's what inspired me to make a YouTube channel in the first place. Watching people like PewDiePie, and but even him, he's matured a lot since then, and now he does different things. He just focuses on life and shares his experiences sometimes, and that's kind of what I want to do. That hopefully some people would get information from and learn something useful from. So that's the goal. I've not recently, but I've been doing it for a while. But I have like a library with me. But initially I used to only collect mangas and books like comics and things like that. I've got like a whole row full of them, and another section. But now I've started collecting knowledge-based books as well. So I've been collecting books on various subjects and keep making a library where if I need to learn about anything, I can just open a book and have it there with me at my disposal. Like I've got books on electronics and electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, maths, uh, things like other things. What is it called? Yeah, problem solving, history, physics. Yeah, different subjects. Speaking of maths, this was something I discussed in my initial take, which I obviously have lost, but I'll kind of summarize. Is I'll conclude on this point for today, to be honest. But that I don't know about everyone else, but one of my experiences while going to school was that in maths they only teach you what to do, but they never teach you how to do it or why to do it or what the reason behind it is. Like for example, they will teach you abstract formulae and mathematical notations, equations, and these techniques. So yeah, this is how you solve these equations. But why do you want to solve these equations? They never explain it to you. They never teach you what benefit, what real life benefit this actually has. Because all of the maths I've learned now is beneficial. It was invented by scientists and people who actually needed it for certain things, real life useful applications. They invented all of this maths. This exists for real purpose. But that's something we never got taught in school. And I think that's a big miss of the education system. I remember distinctly in one instance of my school life, they were teaching us something. I don't remember what it was, but I asked the teacher, "Why are we learning this? Or what? Where is this used? How was this invented? And why is this a thing?" And she did. I don't know, but she didn't. She might not have had an answer. Maybe she knew, but she didn't tell me. She just said, "Oh, this is something you can't. You won't be able to understand." Basically, she just said to me, "Oh, you're too young, or you're naive child. You wouldn't understand at this time. This is something you need to go to master's level in maths to understand and learn and things like that." Which is I thought it was a mute point. Now that I look back, at that time I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. But now when I look back, I think that was a cop out because she probably just didn't know the answer to the question and she just kind of fluffed her way out of it rather than having to explain or say I don't know myself. Because the whole point of teaching is you teach the people, and the best teachers are those who can explain to the level of the students to understand. They make the complex topics simple for everyone to understand. They can explain a complex topic at a high level to anyone at any level. That's the mark of a true teacher, or someone who truly grasps a subject or topic. Like if someone can only explain at a high level, they can't explain to a child, to let's say quantum mechanics. If someone isn't able to explain quantum mechanics to a 5-year-old, they don't understand quantum mechanics. Similarly for any other subject. That's a mark of a true teacher, I think. And yeah, that was one of my experiences, and I don't know if you guys agree with this. And I think this applies to all sorts of subjects. It's not just maths. For some subjects, it's evident why you're doing it. Like physics, it's evident this is used in this thing, or electronics, but maths is a bit more abstract. Computer science is again a bit more abstract, and that can be linked to real life applications. And geography is a bit obviously more physically linked, so it's kind of obvious what you're learning. History as well. Actually, history is another one. They always teach you these things, like, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened, but they never teach us why it's important for us to learn these things. I think that's the main thing. If you're the reason of history, learning history is so you learn from the past And if it's a good thing, you keep it forward, you keep going forward, you learn lessons from it. That's the whole point of history. You learn lessons from it and you apply them to the future. If it was a bad event, you learn from it and you make sure that doesn't happen again in the future. If it's a good event, you learn from it and you make sure that gets carried forward. But that's another one actually that I just remembered. That's a new tidbit for this second take, I guess. Okay, I think I might wrap this video up at this point because I still have more to talk about, but yeah, I think we'll do another video. This has already gone over the length I had initially for the other video, but here we are. Okay, I guess I'll see you guys in another one maybe if I decide to make another one. Take care, peace out.